Namaste. How's everyone doing? If you tune into this video, I'm going to see how much I can record because I know I've been using up my storage space. Um, this is the day that our Creator hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So I got a couple of things that I jotted down that I would like to talk about on this video today. I'll try to get it out in my thoughts as much as I can. One of it, start from the top. One of them called traps. Just want to remind you guys, don't let yourself get caught in the trap. Don't let yourself get caught in the trap of regretting anything. Don't let yourself get caught in the trap of doubting yourself. Don't let yourself get caught in the trap of low vibrational thinking. Don't let yourself get caught in the trap of thinking that you can't or you won't accomplish whatever you set forth to do or whatever your purpose is. Because it can happen, right? So that's just a reminder. One day you can be on top of the world, the next day you can feel like you're below everything. So you just have to remind yourself the grand scheme of things. Know that every day you're making progress, no matter if you see it or not. Try not to make your decisions and gauge your progress or your purpose based on anyone else but you and your experience. And that's something that I'm having to remember, and allowing myself the time I need to fully cultivate whatever it is that I'm supposed to be doing. Excuse my little naughty braid. So one thing I have been saying in my prayers, put this out there, don't give up on me because I'm not giving up on myself. So never give up on yourself, right? Count each experience as a lesson. Thank God for the lesson that you are able to learn, and then continue in your purpose from there. So that's one thing. Someone's standing next to my car today. They usually park next to it, but they standing. They close my window, Joe. Privacy. So, traps. Overcome any traps that you may face. You can pick yourself up, keep going. Keep going. Simple as that. Each day that you have. This came to me, I don't know if I put this in the last video. Simple quote, you've heard it before. The past is history, the future is a mystery, today is a present. Today's a gift, that's why it's called the present. So today is the only day you have. So just, try to relish and do as much as you can on this day. And like I said, don't gauge your progress or what you need to do on anyone else, because you are unique and your purpose is unique, and your purpose is the only one that you can fully embody. So if you fall, get back up. Like I said, once again, learn the lessons from whatever you experience. And then thank you for, being present. And just, try to be as fully present as you can be. Okay, so I jotted this down. Yeah, I think I covered everything in this. No regrets. A song that I love, Made for This by Dreezy. I'm going to leave the link for that. I love that song. I feel like I've embodied that energy, and I want to continue to embody that energy. Made for This by Dreezy. If you haven't heard it, listen to it. It's one of the hardest songs ever, and I've definitely tapped into that energy several times. And here's another thing. Sometimes when we tap into energy, or when that energy comes upon us for a purpose, or for downloads that we need to have mentally or spiritually or whatever, sometimes you can feel it really strong, but then there's periods where you cannot feel it as strong. Doesn't mean that it's not there. You get what I'm saying? So I guess that's tying back into what I'm saying. No matter how you feel, one day you can be on top of the world. The next day you may not feel the same. None of that matters. Just keep going. Don't back down. Just keep going. So anyways, yeah, you fall down, get back up. No regrets. I'm going to leave that link for Made for This by Dreezy in the bottom. So you know, you can listen to it and see if it feeds your energy at all. Oh, and this is another thing I wanted to cover. So now that I got the main thoughts out, and one thing I wanted to cover is I was going through some videos, and a 700 Club video came up, and it was a woman who was saying how gems and sage is, she basically invoked it all as evil, which I do not agree. I do not agree. She was like, if you need something, you anoint with the Holy Spirit. I'm not going to go too far into this, but basically she said she got into witchcraft because she watched the movie The Craft, and she was like, I want that power. And so she got into witchcraft, was probably playing with demons and stuff, and opened up that door and basically was tormented by it. And then, she had an awakening, or she was born again. And so now she's basically renouncing anything spiritual. For a minute there, because I was like really engrafted into religion at first, and religion is something that I'm letting go of more and more each day. I've made a lot of progress, but anybody who's been heavily involved in religion knows that comes back to haunt you whenever it chooses to. Obviously, religion has had a strong hold on the Black community, i.e. Christianity. We have Black people who refuse to let it go, or let go of I'm not even telling you to let go in your beliefs of Yeshua and God or whatever, but y'all refuse to let go of the name of Jesus. Y'all refuse to let go of church rituals, in spite of seeing that as a whole, these churches have not done anything for our communities as a whole. They've been very performative. You have greatly funded these churches. Somebody did a freaking like an article of how much the Black community churches in the Black community have taken just over the last decade alone, monetarily. And Black people refuse to let it go. And they feel like their spirituality has to be conjoined to Christianity. Give me one moment. What do you need? No, I want y'all to be where I can see you right now. Wait till they go. All right, thank you. Yeah, my baby's bullying me. Y'all see these videos. My baby's is always bullying me to the park. But I love it. I love it. But anyways, they refuse. Yes, dear.
And also,
yes.
I think we should leave since over there they're fighting.
Who's fighting?
It's some Black people and white people right there. All the way right there fighting.
What makes you think they're fighting? You hear them yelling or something?
No, I don't. No, that's you.
You see them throwing punches or something? Well, keep an eye out. If you see anything crazy, then come back and we'll leave. Keep an eye out. If you see anything crazy, then come back and we'll leave. But mommy doesn't feel like, there's any immediate danger, so. Yeah, but anyways, Black people think that their only connection to spirituality has to come through Christianity. And I just saw a video today where somebody said, what makes you pause whenever you hear, somebody say it? What's a phrase or something that makes you pause? And like somebody said, I'm a good Christian. Like even when I was in Christianity, I never really ascribed to the name Christian. For one, like I didn't realize that name was in the Bible. I've read the Bible. I guess if it's there, it never really stood out to me. But if his name was Jesus, I don't understand where Christianity came in, because Christ is, obviously was added by whatever. Give me 1 second here. Okay, my babies noticed somebody fighting, so we're going to leave this part. They don't feel safe, so we're going to take them somewhere they feel a little bit safer. Una momento, por favor. Yeah, we're going to go to a different one, but mommy wanted to get this video in.
I wonder what the F is wrong with those people.
Faith. Just
crazy people in this world.
It is crazy people. Unfortunately, that's what they want to do today. But if you guys don't feel safe, I definitely understand.
They were screaming stuff.
Are you sure they were fighting?
Yes.
They're teenagers, so sometimes teenagers scream.
No, they are fighting. I saw them.
You saw fists being fisticuffs?
Yeah. So that's why I had to hurry up and tell Faith to get out. And so I had to hurry up and grab her dolls and stuff.
All right.
Drop the diapers.
Trust your instinct.
What's more important, your life or diapers?
I understand.
These are my life. My life is.
Did you get your diapers out?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, your life is more important. Y'all better hope I don't run out of recording space.
What's that? Oh, returning space?
Mm-hmm.
What's returning space?
In my phone storage space.
Why?
Because I'm going to have to end this video and restart it. And mommy don't like to restart because then I have to just play and stuff. I'd rather go with the flow.
How long was that video?
I don't know, because it's still going now, because I'm trying to get y'all to another part so I can finish it, Faith.
I feel so toasty.
Would y'all be okay at the Metro Park?
Metro? Yeah. Yeah, I feel safe. What at Metro Park? I feel safe.
I mean, Faith, we did kind of. I'll try to find some.
How about that park with the what? Memorial Park? Yeah.
Yeah, but Faith, you gotta give a little, sweetie, because like you're the one who bullied me to the park, and so we go to the park, and then the park that we're at, some teenagers is being ruckusy, so we leave that park. Then the other option is like the Metro Park, right? Because Jay doesn't want to, he wants to go to the Metro Park, so it's like I gotta compromise somewhere.
You call me Jay. That's the best nickname I ever heard.
You said best?
Huh?
You said best?
I asked if you called me Jay.
Yeah.
That's the best nickname I ever heard.
Yeah, I don't want to keep saying your name. Gosh! Okay, bye. You're welcome. Hurry up.
Don't take my knees. Nobody here, too.
Hurry up, please. Thank you. Yes, sorry about that. They felt unsafe, so I had to go. The life of a mother. When your kids come to play, you gotta drop everything and go. But if I can remember what I was talking about, some black people don't feel like they can have spirituality and connection to God, our creator, outside of Christianity. And like I was saying, like the woman on the TikTok video, it wasn't on TikTok, it was on YouTube. It's like they're short. She was like, you know, it's bothersome when people come presenting themselves as a Christian. And she was like, especially if they say like, I'm a good Christian, especially if they say that they're white, because basically white people use Christianity to keep us in slavery. If I can recall correctly, they wouldn't let you read anything, but you could read the Bible. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this to say the Bible is an error. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying from my experience as somebody who is very deep in Christianity, and know what my soul experienced in that whole structure, and what I went through mentally, how you're in cognitive dissonance, how you don't take action, how you kind of disassociate from the reality of stuff. And then my connection with God, how it's expanded. For people to get out there and to say that there's only one way to worship God, and there's only way that God is going to deliver you a message, for you to serve your purpose, is completely, to me, it's not good. It's wrong. To me, it's another way to keep you boxed in, and to keep you limited. You get what I'm saying? Whether people realize they're doing it or not, So, yeah, I saw that video and she was just like, oh, gyms I've never thought a day that I saw Christians using gyms. Give me one moment. What is, no. Then go find somewhere and do it and quit doing that. So, I just don't, I don't think that's right, because you could be restricting the path on what God has and how he's using something to serve a purpose. And she didn't see it probably anything wrong with people taking prescription drugs. She didn't see if you need a blessing, she said, anoint your house with oil and say the name of Jesus. Well, I'm like, ma'am, here's the thing with Christianity. If they say by no other name can you be saved, and Jesus wasn't his real name, then who's saving you? Like, some of you guys don't even know the real name of the Son of God, and the name is important. And I've said this before, like, if it says by no other name and my name is Diane and you have to ask for something in my name, but you're asking for it in Sarah's name. So it's like people just need to go a little deeper and open their mind. And I feel like God is trying to give them that understanding. Creation and universe is trying to give them that understanding, but they're rejecting it. And 9 times out of 10, it's out of fear, because that's what Christianity really bases everything around, is fear. If you do this, you're going to hell. If you do that, you're going to hell. If you think this, you're going to hell, right? And I'm not saying that that's necessarily what Yeshua taught, but that's what it's basically sum total to, right? So yeah, like, I had a little moment, but I rejected that, because I'm like, when I do what I do, I don't believe that sage is actually going to clear evil spirits out. If I anointed my house with oil, I don't believe the oil is going to do it. It's the act of faith. It's the intention of what you're going to do. And then she tried to write off when she talked about gems. She was like, some of you are like, but didn't God make that? Yes, God did make gems and jewels, ma'am. Yes, he did. Now, as for her saying, her encounter, and I'm sorry she experienced it, who the fuck watches The Craft? Who watched the movie The Craft and decided that they wanted to do the shit that them bitches was on? I don't even think I ever finished the whole movie of The Craft, because it felt so eerie, and I was thinking these are the dumbest bitches ever, and they look so stupid, right? But that's the spirit and the seed that God put in me. For some reason, she saw that movie and she was like, I want that power, and start doing that shit, So her intentions were evil. And she invited evil in. So I'm just like, whatever spiritual path you are on, trust God, just be open. And I'm saying this as somebody who still believes in the Bible. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I'm just saying it, I choose not to view things through the lens of racism, Caucasianism, and I choose not to view it through somebody's concepts and fears, And I have made leaps and bounds spiritually because of that, right? So yeah, I mean, don't doubt yourself. Like, don't back down. Don't have any regrets. You know what I'm saying? You know what's right and you know what's wrong. And if you're wrong, I believe God will find a way to show you you're wrong. You know, He will. I said He. There I go again. Our Creator, God, Holy Spirit, Universe will find a way to show you that you're wrong. So with that, I mean, I hope I got that all out, even though I had to make that run. Another thing is that that Astro World stuff with that guy and all that craziness. Everything about that was demonic. It was demonic. And that goes into another thing. I know somebody, I listen to them sometimes, and they kind of imply that there is no God and there is no something, but they believe in demons and demonic stuff. So I'm just like, how can you believe in evil but not believe in good? You know, you just kind of balance stuff out. You know, it's gonna kind of pay attention to stuff, right? So, anyways, it was horrible, right? I guess the only thing that I can take from that is just like I said about this woman who watched the movie The Craft and she said, I want that power. I want to do what they're doing. You just have to examine yourself spiritually. If you're looking at an artist like this person and all the symbolism that I saw surrounding that event, there's nothing about that symbolism that would make me want to be drawn to it, if that makes any sense. Like, it's about what's in you. It's about your intent. It's about what your desire. Like, if any of y'all seen that damn park, that shit looked horrible. That shit looks like the shit that nightmares are made out of, right? So it's like, and a lot of people who were there who were saying that they weren't even religious. Here come my crusty lip, y'all. A lot of people who were there who were saying that they weren't even religious were like, they said it felt demonic. They said that it felt like they were in hell. So I guess this is where I get frustrated with the religions, because religions can somehow almost teach you not to trust your intuition. You have an intuition. There is something inside of you that will let you know when something's good or when it's not. And then I think what has happened is we've been overriding it or brainwashed or conditioned so much and choosing to give away our free will of thinking and our connecting with our spirits. Like, we do get desensitized, but just like, when was it cool for you to want to walk around some shit that looks like that? Y'all seen that park with all them demonic heads, with all that shit on the stage? Like, everything about it screamed demonic. Everything about it screamed bad. See you on the other side. And I hate to say this, like, I saw a clip where he like, they were screaming at him to stop the show, and it was like he was seeing that these people were dying, but then he turned around and he said, y'all know what y'all came here for. And in a sense, that's true. Whether they accepted it consciously or subconsciously, they know what they went there for. They did not go there for nothing good. Nothing about his setup resonated good. You get what I'm saying? So now, after everything's gone down, everybody wants to scream about how demonic it was and how horrible it was. But you didn't see that before all of this happened? Everything about embodying him showed that. You get what I'm saying? And then even I think they even had a picture of I don't know if she's his wife or whatever, one of the Kardashians or whatever, drenched in blood. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you've overrode your senses enough to take this evil symbolism and somehow think that it doesn't mean what it means or it won't have any impact on you. So I'm glad that people are getting shook and they're like, I want no parts of this. But I'm also bothered that it took something like this to happen for people to start to open their eyes and see the intent and the spirit behind what was taking place. No. So, so it's horrible, but I'm just sickened that people have embraced these people's religion and what they worship, right? So much that it's caused them not to use common sense. You know, And it's also ironic to me that there was 50,000 or 100,000 people at this place. It's ironic to me that people can easily gather up for some fuck shit like that, but can't nobody gather up together to come against the bullshit that's really taking place. So it's interesting to observe. So I hate that people lost their life in such a degrading way. But I think there needs to be a wake up call so that the fact that you're even observing these people and partaking of what they are projecting, whether you were there or not, before stuff like this happens or not, is problematic. That's why it's even getting as far as it is, because people don't have a moral compass. They don't have a code. They don't have a bottom line of saying this is absurd and this is not. It's all about, ooh, and then something like this happens, right? I don't know. It's like if you see signs everywhere saying a large raving tiger is in this area, a savage tiger who wants to devour you, and the signs are everywhere, no matter how much it's cutesified, there's something telling you there's something here that wants to kill you, and you keep proceeding into this arena, then what do you think is, are you surprised when the tiger jumps out and tears your ass up? Basically is what I'm saying, right? So I hate that happened, but it's a double-edged sword. I'm glad that this shook people enough to really start to pay attention, but I hate that it took something like this for them to pay attention, because everything was blatantly put in their face before it even happened, So I don't know. I just think we need to start paying attention, and people just need to really start, either rejecting the artist or whatever is promoting this stuff, or calling it out relentlessly, or just not partaking in it at all. There's a ton of other options, and so like that goes back to what I said about this woman. People who are partaking in that, they're drawn to it because it's in their heart. It's obviously that evil stuff is in their heart. It's in their spirit. Because if it's not, you won't be drawn to that kind of symbolism, that kind of vibration, you don't want no parts of that, And unfortunately, because it was young people, some of them are just caught up in it because that's their culture, because they don't have cultures where they need to have cultures. So that's where they feel like their culture is. So unfortunately, some of these people got caught up in this stuff. These young people, that's why they go after our babies, because they're vulnerable. They're vulnerable. And the fact that people had like their 9-year-old, I think they even had a baby on their shoulders. That, like, why would you take your babies there? You get what I'm saying? Why would you take your babies there? So I don't know. Maybe a little all over the place, but I'm going to try to wrap this video up, and it probably was extremely all over the place since my kids interrupted. But if you watch this video, I hope you were blessed. I hope there was some edification that came from it. Please feel free to leave a comment, engage in the conversation. And I hope all is well with you, and I hope you have a beautiful, abundant weekend. I say.